Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Low Rollers. My name is Trey.
My name is Brian, and I'm slightly amused by what we had come out today.
And I'm RJ, and I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm both excited and furious in both parts.
More
So,
furious than excited, but yeah.
I'm definitely more the excited than the furious. The thing I'm furious about, I think, will surprise you.
Oh, okay.
But before we get into our big Space Marine news, we should probably say that we were going to cover orc data sheets tonight. That is been moved. The big news today has to be talked about first. But we will still cover some of our favorite orc data sheets when we have time.
Very fair.
And I have I can briefly go over some tournament results from this weekend.
Yeah, please do.
All right, I'm going to bounce around a little bit because work. Normally, I do this at work because there's nothing going on, but work got in the way, so I'm going to have to just kind of we're going to sort of free ball this,
That's
as
fair.
it were. I'll go to CruteCon 2026. It was a 5-round tournament with 86 players, and it was out in Australia.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
I was going to mention, by the way, Brian, that we have had comments that just talk about how excited they are that we talk about tournaments. So keep doing your good work.
Well, I appreciate that, everybody. I'm glad I can be a part, other than the punching bag for Necrons and Emperor Children.
For a second, I thought he was going to say Imperial Agents, and I was so excited for that.
No, I can't be a punching bag for those. CrewCon. In fourth place, we got the Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
They went 4-1. They ran the Change Host of Deceit and Ritual of Regeneration.
Yeah.
Reconnaissance. Then we had in third place, 4-1 record, the Adeptus Custodes with, as we all probably would have guessed, Lions of the Emperor and Might of the Moritoi.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, taking hold. In second place, those dastardly Emperor's Children with Coterie of the Conceited, 3 detachment points. Is that a 3 detachment point, RJ?
It is now. It
Okay.
wasn't always, but it is now.
Okay. Well, thanks, RJ. And that's okay.
I answered before you said RJ.
I know. You're just so excited. And they ran with priority assets, because I'm guessing that's how that was. And number 1 at CrewCon, you know them, you love them, Adeptus Custodes. And they also ran Lions of the Emperor and Might of the Mortoi. They went 5-0. And the name of this guy's list was Custodes Don't Shoot Well.
Yep.
Blade Champion with the 5 Custodian Wardens. And they had Inquisitor Draxus with 5 Custodian Guard. Then they had a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle Jet Bike with 3 Veritas Praetors.
Yep.
And then they had 4 Custodian Guard. They had 5 Valorious Custodians times 2. 3 units of 4-man or 4-woman prosecutors.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 4-person Witch Seeker.
That is a lot of guns.
A lot of guns, but apparently they don't shoot well. Let's step down just because we got something we rarely mention. I'm going to step down a little bit in competition level just because we got to talk about everybody once. The Versus Games hosted by somebody. It was a small 5-round, only 26 players, and it was located in Oviedo, Florida, here in the good old US of A.
Okay.
And number 4, the Aldari.
Oh, wow.
Armored Warhost and Seer Council priority assets. Number 3 was Thousand Suns with Rubicae Phalanx taking hold. Number 2, Imperial Knights. People cheat with big, large stuff. They ran Gate Warden Lance and Throne Bonded Outriders.
Okay.
Taking hold. And number 1, let's hear it up. Give it up for the Aldari again. Armored Warhost and Serpent's Brood.
Okay.
Reconnaissance. This is ironic. I didn't see this list
Yeah.
until I popped it up. They didn't have attached units, but I'll go down the list. Characters: Jane Czar, Lycus,
RJ doesn't know why
Uriel.
that's funny.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. 3 Troop Masters, 5-man Corsair Void Reaver times 2, 2 5-man troop. Oh no, sorry, 4 5-man troop.
Because they're battle line in the Serpents.
Yep. 3 Star Weavers, 3 Falcons, some Fire Dragons, some Howling Banshees, because, they don't have a leader to take them, 5 Rangers, and 5 Warp Spiders.
Yeah.
So, Trey, why would that be funny?
So, Brian is looking at buying some more Eldar, RJ. And we were talking about them earlier today, and I was like, well, nobody runs Jane Czar. Like, there's no point in getting Jane Czar. Like, Howling Banshees are good, but nobody runs Jane Czar. I never see Jane Czar in a list. And about that.
We see Jane Czar in the list. I probably still won't get it. It's an old boarding patrol box, so that's from what, 2019?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
9th edition, 8th edition.
It was 9th.
9th, and it was 165 on YouTube for those of you who may want to go look for it. But he doesn't have it on. He's given a special offer. Whoever he is, who has it.
eBay, not YouTube.
Oh, did I say YouTube? Yes, I'm in eBay. Sorry. You can't buy anything on YouTube. You can try.
You can buy movies.
But it was 165 for Jane Czar, 5 Howling Banshees, and 10 Corsair Board Scarred. But you can get that for about 140 if you buy them all individually.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on up. Soda City Slam. They were in Columbia, South Carolina, here in the US of A. 5 rounds, another small one. 27 players. Space Marines finished 4th at a 4-1 record. Guess which one there, Trey?
I'm gonna guess Salamanders.
You would guess correct with Forge Fathers and Librarian with Reconnaissance. My boys, the soon-to-be nerfed heavily because I enjoy playing them, Dark Angels. Even though I don't run the Company of Hunters, however, this one does have Company of Hunters and Dark Age Arsenal, which is rare. I run that. Well, I run Dark Age Arsenal all the time, but I don't have enough bikes for the other one. Number 2 with a 4-1 record is Death Guard.
Yeah.
And they ran the Virulent
Victorium.
Victor taking hold. And then the winner at 5-0 was Orcs.
Nice.
And they the Big Hunt and Equatorial Hordes. Disruption.
Big Hunt.
Mozrag Scragbad with 4 Squighog Boys.
Yeah.
A Beast Boss with 10 Beast Snagaboys. Beast Boss with another 10 Beast Snagaboys. And then one more boss. So 3 of them with 10 Beast Snagaboys. He had Zodgrod Wart Snaga with 20 Gretchen and a Runthard. Then you had Beast Boss on Squigosaur. That sounds like something you would like.
I do love him.
With 4 Squighog Boys. Another Beast Boss on Squigosaur with another 4 Squighog Boys. And then there's 10 boys, 10 Gretchen times 2, 2 Killrigs, and 5 Storm Boys.
Very cool.
Let's see here. Oh, I got to do this one. I'm sorry. I was going to skip this one, but I can't because of 3rd place. We got the Palladian Games overview. They are from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania is where this fine tournament was.
Okay.
Number 4, Orcs. They ran Warhorde.
Nice.
Straightforward.
I just want to throw out real quick. This list is called the Ride of the Squigirum. It's in Rohirrim.
Yep.
And I need to do that now.
Really funny.
Number 3, Blood Angels.
Yeah.
Disruption this list is called Disruption because no slate, and this is all pointless anyway.
There you go.
Are you sure you weren't here and so does
Well,
Yeah. They ran Angelic Host and Vengeful Host.
Okay.
Disruption. Then you had Custodes, unfortunately, with more Lions of the Emperor and Might of the Mortoi. Patient Hunters, as it's called, taking hold.
Yeah.
And with a 5-0 record, Tyranids
Ooh.
being alone on call with Logan Sizemore at 2 a.m., showing him my tunnel snake prepared me for this moment.
Oh.
Fascinating name.
All right then.
Shout out to Logan Sizemore, whoever you are. Tyranids. They ran Invasion Fleet, taking hold. They have a Tyranid Prime with Last Whip
Okay.
with 10 Hormagaunts.
Hormagaunts. Really? He's attached to Hormagaunts.
Yeah, well, and they got another Tyranid Prime rope with 20 Hormagaunts.
It could work.
Then they have Hydra Adapted Raveners times 4 times 2.
Attached to regular Raveners.
It's the Raveners, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have the same thing. Then we have a Hive Tyrant. Then we have a 20 Hormagaunts. We have a Biovore, 2 Maleceptors, a Neurolictor, a Tyranofex, and a Von Ryan's Leapers times 3.
Very interesting.
Oh, let's see here. I'm going to kind of boost this up because we have all sorts of things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kick us up to 44 players. The 22nd and 23rd, August 26th, own Breaking Point GT at DZ Comics event in Moore, Oklahoma. So that's only about a couple 100 miles away from us. Number 4 was the Aldari again. Armored War host and Windrider host. Reconnaissance.
Okay.
Number 3, your Space Wolves.
Yeah.
Legends of Saga and Song and Saga of the Great Wolf taking hold. 33 Wolfguard Terminators and a Dream is the name of the list.
Yeah.
I should have checked a little track. Let's see what the Aldari list finished 4th place. Jurassic Craft World. Wondering if he had Dragon Knights. Yep, he's got Dragon Knights in there.
Makes sense.
He's got 6 of them. Good Lord.
Nice.
That's a lot of money. Number 2 was Adeptus Custodes. The name of his list is I'm Very Creative. Might of the Mortoi and Lion of the Emperor. And number 1, Chaos Demons, unfortunately. The name of this list is Night Trips Gentlemen's Club.
They're going to get nerfed.
Yeah.
They are. Legion of Excess and Warp Tide priority assets. They ran a Contorted Epitome with 10 Demonettes times 2. Keeper of Secrets, Keeper of Secrets and a Torment Bringer. Then you've got 4 10-man Demonettes, 2 Beasts of Nurgle, 3 Fiends, 6-man Fiends, I guess. 5-man Fleshhounds times 2.
So, in the process of nerfing the Chaos Demons when they do it, they're going to nerf the crap out of Emperor's Children along with them. Because a lot of the Emperor's Children list are running Demonettes and Fiends and and Keeper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just another way to run it without running actual demons.
Yeah. But demons are at a 57.6 now for the 4-week average.
Yeah. They're at a 62.4 for this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But, I mean, Orcs got their new Codex, so I don't know if that, over the weekend, how many tournaments use that Codex.
I feel like some allowed it based on some of those lists that Brian was talking about, even though they didn't have the new points yet. But once the full points are out for everybody to see, I don't think they're going to be that high. I think they're going to be good, but I don't think they're going to be that high.
Too expensive?
I'm thinking, my hope is when the new Codex comes out, that maybe they will counteract some of the stuff going on with demons, because a lot of the demon lists run big monster units.
Yeah, and Gas will delete Greater Demon.
Yeah.
They'll die afterwards.
But the problem is when that happens, that point, if you knock Chaos Demons down, then I mean you just leave Orcs on top. So I don't know how they're going to fix.
You do, but Orcs don't have the invuln saves that demons do. And so things like Custodes or your Tau are going to have a much easier time into orcs, even though orcs are going to be like the hard counter for chaos demons.
Yeah. Well, specifically running like the hunt, where you
Mhm.
get bonuses against monsters and stuff like that. I think
Or-
we'll do really well into that.
What is it? The brute boys, where the war bosses get the chance to stand up again
Yeah.
and
that's a
fight
good
on
one,
death.
too.
Like you just run a war boss, a lone war boss. You rile him up and you run him into a greater demon, and if he dies, oh well, he'll get to swing anyway.
This is not viable in tournaments, but you just run a Stompo with Gazgul, Thraka, and a unit of Storm Boys in it,
Yeah.
right into the demon, and
Yeah.
they all fight him at once.
Yep. Or honestly, you mentioned the big hunt. You take 2 squads of beast boys, put them both in there with a beast boss each, and then you get 36 attacks with the kill rig or with the hunter rig.
Yeah. I was to say the Hunter rig would probably do the job.
Yeah. Then you disembark and charge the next greater demon. I really do. I think you're right. I think orcs are going to be the hard counter for demons.
Yeah, it'll be, you won't see the changes for that until after this next weekend.
Yeah. When the Codex is publicly available.
Yeah.
Okay. Great commentary, guys.
Thank you.
Almost done. Got 3 left.
Okay.
We got the Surrey Primarchs GW Golden Ticket event. 5 rounds, 65 players. Since it's Surrey, it's out of Smallfield, England, out of the old UK, where Warhammer was invented.
Yeah.
In 4th place with 4-1 record was those dirty Necrons. Well, this is kind of scary. The name of the army list is SS.
Maybe
Star
it's
Shatter.
like double
Hopefully,
S.
hopefully it's for Star Shatter Arsenal.
Or it could be like double S tier.
Yeah, could be. Hopefully that's it. Sorry, I'm old. I went to
That's
World
fair.
War II.
That's fair.
Priority assets. Number 3 was World Eaters.
Yeah.
The name of the list was Meta. Never heard of her. Everyone else brought the good stuff. I brought axes. They brought shooting. I brought optimism. One of these was a mistake.
That's how we play World Eaters. Yeah.
That's a pretty good list. Corn Demonkin and Vessels of Wrath was the list. I kind of want to read this list to you.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will just read it out loud real quick. Lord on Juggernaut with 20 Corn Berserkers.
Yep.
You had Angron, a Demon Prince of Corn with wings. Another Lord on Juggernaut, a Master of Execution. 2 10-man Bloodletters, a Chaos Spawn. 2 5-man Fleshhounds. 2 Forge Fiends, 8-man Goremongers, and 10 Jackals. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 2 at a 4-1 record, Aldari. It's the name of the list is "It's Not What It Used to Be" with a I don't know describe the smiley face other than I use it whenever I'm disgusted at your wife when I'm working with her. You know, flat face, straight.
Yep. The viewers can
You
see
know,
it.
Yep. Aldari Aspect Host Disruption.
Okay.
And then number 1 for the only a little bit longer, Dark Angels, 5-0 record. What I wasn't allowed to play at WTC. Well, that's fascinating. Company of Hunters and Dark Flight Pursuit. Reconnaissance. Had Azrael. He's my favorite dude. He's my favorite Dark Angel. He had 5 Assault Intercessors with him.
Okay.
And there's Samuel with a Ravenwing Command Squad and 3 Outriders.
Yeah.
Lionel, my second favorite Dark Angel, and a Tech Marine.
This list is crazy.
It is.
5 Intercessors, 5 Deathwing Knights, 2 Land Speeders, 3 Land Speeder Vengeance,
Yep.
a Scout Squad, and Storm Speeder Thunderstrike.
That
I
really
would
leaning in
ass-
on that dark
Lit.
flight, huh?
That
It's
Land
just
Speeder
Land
Vengeance
Speeder.
will probably get nerfed again.
It's just land speeders, bam.
But that's what that is. Dark Flight
Flight.
Pursuit and Company of Hunters.
I like it.
I understand after playing this weekend why the Outriders, because the Outriders on a charge give +1 strength.
Yeah.
And maybe +1 attack. I can't remember. And Black Knights just give you dev wounds against or critical wounds against monster and vehicles.
They're pretty hard to kill too.
Yeah, they are one more toughness than Outriders.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the Edmonton Wargaming Open, and I'm going to say Edmonton,
Most likely.
Ontario. Yep, Edmonton, St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. Number 4, Dark Angels. You know them, you love them. It's name of the army list in before the nerf.
Yep.
Adeptus Custodes, third with Lions of the Mortoi, Lions of the Empire, Might of the Mortoi, taking hold. No name. That's kind of sad.
Oh, did they take
Number-
3 of the... Yeah, continue.
Number
This is the one
2.
you're about to talk about, so...
Thousand Sons, Ritual Regeneration, and Secatar Cohort, and Servants of Change.
Yeah. Okay.
So 3 1-pointers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
Yeah.
they took the 3 1-pointers. That's interesting.
Yeah, T-Sons 1DP is the name of the list.
Good list.
And then, of course, number 1, say it with me, RJ, Emperor's Children.
Yeah, no, it's not Emperor's Children. It's just Slanesh demons with some Terminators.
It's what he
okay.
was just talking about a minute ago.
Okay. EC Demons taken hold Shalaxi, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's
Carnival
not.
Excess, Elegant Brutes. Lord
He
Exultant. Go ahead.
He didn't take any Terminators. What was the point in taking Elegant Brutes then? Isn't that the one that buffs Terminators?
It is, but there must be some purpose. I'll check it. You can check it too while Brian continues, and we'll see if we see it.
Okay.
We got a Lord Exultant with 5 Infractors. We got a Demon Prince of Slanesh with wings. Not as pretty as RJ's, I'd be willing to bet. A Keeper of Secrets, Shalaxi Hellbane. 1, 2, 10-man Demonettes, 5-man Tormentors. A Defiler. 2 3-man Fiends, and 2 Mauler Fiends.
Look, I don't get it. I'm looking at everything.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Is
He
it
should've-
taking hold? It's taking hold.
It's taken hold, yeah.
Yeah, he took it just for taking hold.
That was a 5-round 72-player event, by the way.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. Give me a second. Because Frenzied Host is Reconnaissance. Okay. The Frenzied Host would have been a lot better.
Oh, absolutely.
Spoof-wise.
But Carnival's Disruption.
Carnival is Disruption. Elegant Brute is taking hold. So that'd be the only thing I could think is he wanted to do taking hold.
Yeah, which is not a bad choice with how much he's got.
No, because he could drop Keeper of Secrets and Shalaxi Hellbane on points, and they're a pain in the tail to get off the point.
Yeah.
Especially
And
if
he's
they've
got
got some
Defiler.
demonettes around them.
So he's got
So-
Shalaxi and the Keeper and a Defiler.
Yeah, and 2 Mauler Fiends on top of that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he did. He just dropped all the big stuff in on points and just sat on them. So he needed Elegant Brutes to do the take and hold.
That is
And
one of
then
my favorite
there's-
things about this system.
Yeah. Well, it's also possible that there's some stratagems in Elegant Brute that don't apply to like some of it, but will apply to. You could use that work really well with
Yeah.
some stuff.
I thought so, and I checked that, but they're all for Terminators.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm assuming it was the only 1-pointer that's taken hold, and so he just decided that that's what he was doing.
Looks like it worked. 5-0.
All right.
I think it's the only taken hold one we
In
have.
Emperor's Children, I think so.
Yeah. So he was like, I want to do take and hold. So he did take and hold.
And
It
the
is.
last one on the list before we get into the soon-to-be unpleasantness. The Smite Club Open 2026 40K Worlds Qualifier and Fundraiser. So if you're in the Phoenix, Arizona area, go down and thank the owner for having a fundraiser.
Nice.
So in 4th place with a 5-1 record. This was 6 rounds, 126 players. We've got Necrons, Star Shatter Arsenal.
Nice.
It's got in parentheses Relentless Onslaught. I don't know if that's a 2 and a 1 or a 3, but they ran Priority Assets. Warlord was the Silent King. In third place, Chaos Space Marines. They ran Renegade Raiders. I'm telling you, everybody likes the what's that dude's name?
Huron.
Of course, Huron. Of course, he's not on this
Huron
list.
Blackheart. He is.
Red Corsairs are, but I didn't see Huron.
He's the first
there he is.
attached
Yeah, he is.
character. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's right. I skipped over him when I saw the Master. I don't know why.
That's him, the Masters of the Maelstrom, and a full squad of Chosen, which is the way to run this detachment.
Yep. And then number 2, Death Watch.
I just want to point out before he moves on that he's been reading all the fun names, but he didn't read Yar Har Fiddle-Dee-Dee. Being a pirate sounds all right to me.
I apologize. The number 4 Necrons didn't have one, so I just skipped over it.
It's okay. I was here.
All right. Well, glad you like that ridiculous name. All right. Death Watch doesn't have one. Taken hold. They ran Bastion Task Force, and Librarius Conclave.
Yeah.
And then number 1, the army that you really do want to play, but you won't. Tau Empire.
I do.
And the name of the list is I'm going to pretend that I have real melee and sometimes Farsight delivers.
So true, bestie.
Experimental prototype Cadre and Kion. Whatever. Reconnaissance. And then we have Commander Farsight attached to 3 Crisis Sunforged battle suits. Then we have a Cadre Fireblade attached to 10-man Breacher team.
Yeah.
Then we have a Commander in Cold Star battle suit attached to 3 Crisis Starsight battle suits. And then we have a Commander in Cold Star battle suit attached to 3 more Crisis Starsight battle suits.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have that exact same thing. Oh, nope. This is a Commander in Cold Star battle suit with a Crisis Sunforged battle suit.
Yeah. So if you're counting, that's 2 squads of Sunforged, 2 squads of Starsight.
Yep. And then we have Dark Strider. The incredibly good, unless Trey runs them, the Twin Lance.
My boys.
That die all the time.
Yeah.
A Devilfish.
Yeah.
2 broadside battle suits. Kroot Carnivores times 10. 5 stealth battle suits times 2. 5 Vespid Stingwings times 2.
Great list. Great list.
And that is your tournament. I did skip over some of the smaller ones just because we didn't have the time. Shout out to you, Dusty's 40K 11th edition GT and Tabled Talk Caliban Drift.
Very cool.
So, and then just for reference, since we talked about it a little bit and didn't fully go over it, Chaos Demons win rate this weekend was a 62.4%.
Yeah.
Eldari's at a 60 for this weekend.
They've come up.
But at a 47.5 for the 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Custodes is at 57 for this weekend, but only at a 54 for the 4 weeks. Deathwatch is at 55 with 53.2. So that'll be interesting. Orcs
What about Dark Angels?
Yeah, and then the Orcs are at 53.2 for the...
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Orcs are at 52 what?
That was beautiful.
Hello?
I didn't hear half of that. That's the problem.
Oh, well, I asked about Dark Angels and you just said, yeah. So that must have been the part you didn't hear. You go, I said, what about Dark Angels? You go, yeah, Orcs did a 52. And I'm like,
I hadn't gotten them yet. I don't know what you're talking
all right.
about.
Sorry. Orcs
I've
at
written
52
down
something.
They're at 53.2 for the
Yeah, okay.
weekend, but at a 57.2 for the 4 weeks, which is above what they want. But we'll see if that goes up and down this next weekend.
Yeah.
Because it actually looks like it's gone down for this week, but we're still having people play non-Codex Orcs. So Tao's at 52 basically across the board.
Yeah. 52 for the
Tyranid-
week, 52 for the month.
Yeah. Almost 53 for the weekend. They were close. But Tyranids are at 52.6 for the weekend and only at a 49.3 for the 4 weeks. So they're coming up. We'll see if that, with the stuff we're about to talk about, we'll see if that changes because I feel like it might. And not a good change. It'll go down again, I'm sure. Same with the Necrons. I think the big change we're about to talk about, all of these win rates on these Xenos armies are about to go down.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have a lot harder time with some of that stuff.
Yes.
You're going to see the Emperor's Children go up, though, most likely.
I don't think they'll be the only ones either. I think all of the Marine armies are going to go up.
Yeah. So then Emperor's Children was about even. Dark Angels is even for the weekend.
55 for the month, though.
55 for the month, 52.6 for Emperor's Children. So they've actually gone down since last time we talked about them for the 4 weeks win rate.
That just means Dark Angels don't need to be nerfed.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fine win rate, but
55 still more than they want. They want them somewhere around 53, or at least the last time they mentioned win rates they did.
That's also before the changes we're about to talk about.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. I
think they'll get nerfed before that anyway.
Well, I think as a whole, they're going to nerf a bunch of the Codex compliant Marines. And it's not going to be an actual nerf. It's going to be a points increase because they want their armies to be smaller. But we'll talk about that here in a minute.
We're getting there soon.
I mean, other than that, it looks like nobody's really moved up super fast. Imperial Agents is at a 48% for the win rate this weekend, and is at a 41.1, so they'll go up a little bit.
Yeah, they're doing better than Guard right now, which is something.
So
break out your Imperial Agents, Trey, so you can go against the Chaos Demons that our friend has.
So the only ones I really want to mention here that's kind of strange is the League of Votons this weekend were only 47.8. So they're way below where they have been.
Yeah.
To their 54.2 for the 4 weeks.
Well,
so
it's probably worth mentioning Guard too, right? Because Guard went up 7% this weekend.
Yeah, for the weekend win rate. So that's interesting. We'll see where they're setting. Voton, that's not a good spot for Voton to be in before all of these changes happen.
Yeah.
So because they're already having a hard time with Space Marines, and this is not going to help them with that.
For sure.
So we'll see how that works out. But let's go on to the ever so alluded to many times thing we're going to talk about.
I do want to do one last shout out real quick just because Trey played them this weekend. The X4 presents Cadia Sits Down, which was out of Durham, North Carolina. In first place was the Raven Guard.
Oh, okay.
There was a 5-round 36 player.
Okay.
So your Death Guard made a showing this weekend.
Yeah.
And nowhere did I mention or did I see Ultramarines.
That's true.
But let's talk about Space Marines.
So, we talked about some rumors a couple weeks ago about a brand new bike captain, and doesn't he look great?
Oh, that's what we're starting with. Okay.
This is going to change everything for Space Marines.
Let's see here.
Yeah, the brand new bike captain's definitely exactly what we alluded to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a power sword here, which I think is a relic weapon as far as the data sheet's concerned. But there's also a version with a thunder hammer. He's got a cool cape. He's exactly what you want to lead your Outriders, and he gives them Cleave 1 after a charge. So, there you go. You got your brand new bike captain. It's just in time for White Scars to take the game,
Definitely.
Also, while we're talking about Space Marines, there were some other things announced for Space Marines this week that are kind of important. We'll go ahead and just share that link to you guys to make sure that you have it. But the biggest thing is that Strength 5 for combat knives, chainswords, bolt pistols, all their basic weapons are going to be Strength 5.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big change. But then they're also going to be Toughness 5 for your regular Tacticus models.
Yeah, Tacticus is getting 5. And then your Phobos armor is not getting the toughness increase, but is getting a 2-inch movement increase.
Yeah, 8-inch move on incursors, eliminators, Invictor Tactical War Suits theoretically would get this in as well, right? They're Phobos. They probably won't because they're not just Phobos
Probably
armor.
not, because
but
I think since it's a walker, I think it's got its own.
it should. Aethon Shan should get 2 more and go to movement 16.
Oh, good lord!
No, I'm soaked.
They're also the intercessors are getting dual fire, like a
Yes.
focus fire and saturation.
Yes.
So they're actually can be a strength 6.
We also know their abilities are changing, but we don't know how.
Yes. One of the I was able to.
Did you get a screenshot from the video?
Screenshot of the video, and I sent it to you, but of course I don't have it. Let's look.
I have it. Hold on.
But yeah, and what it is
Bolter Discipline.
Bolter Discipline. In your shooting phase, if I believe it's going to say if any of these rules apply, if any of these things happen, basically this unit's range attacks have +1 to hit rolls. This unit is within range of an objective, or the target of the attack is within range of an objective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it has tactical mainstay. Being engaged, battle shock does not, I believe, prevent the unit being eligible to start an action.
That's what it looks like.
Yep. And when this unit starts an action, that action, I would assume, does not prevent this unit from being eligible to shoot.
So they will lose their double shoot.
They will lose their double shoot, but everything does get rapid fire 1.
Yes, and they're much better for doing actions.
So, but they are now able to shoot and do actions, which is awesome.
Yep. It also looks like from this, their crack launcher on the grenade launcher goes to strength 10.
Yes. The weapon profile, briefly, the bolt rifle focused fire is now heavy, rapid fire 1, 24 inches, 1 attack, ballistic skill 3, strength 6, -1, AP, 2 damage. And then the saturation is 24 inches, assault, rapid fire 1. So you can't do assault and heavy anymore.
Right.
At least with them, which is interesting. 2 attacks, 3 up ballistic skill, 5 strength, -1 AP, 1 damage.
But what this means is, however you want to play your intercessors, if you're playing fast intercessors for Raven Guard or for White Scars, or you're playing slow, like hold the point intercessors for, say, Imperial Fists or Iron Hands, you get benefits either way.
Yes.
And I think that's awesome.
I like the double profiles where you can choose one or the other. I've always liked that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It makes them a little more versatile.
For sure.
Well, we can see with the grenade launcher, the frag has a blast 1, 24 inches, 4 attacks, 3 up ballistic skill, 4 strength, -1 AP, 1 damage, and then the crack has rapid fire 1,
which is crazy.
So if you are in its regular range is 24, so if you're in 12, you get 2 attacks.
Point blank grenade.
Ballistic skill. Yep. 10 strength, -2 AP, 3 damage each.
Yeah, it's wild.
So it will, if you hit, nobody saves, you'll kill 2 Space Marines of any kind.
The other thing we see here. Oh, go ahead, RJ. I'm sorry.
Well, I was about to say it also at this point now you won't. So I feel like they were having trouble with Space Marines facing Space Marines.
Yeah.
And just never killing each other. Like they just couldn't kill each other very consistently. It was always just a 50-50 because it was always 4s into 4s, rolling 4s. Like, so they never really had a lot of kill.
It's going to be 5s into 5s.
Except for Phobos.
No.
Oh, except for Phobos.
Now it's going to be 5. It's going to be 6 into 5 because why would I not focus fire?
Yeah, that's true.
Into a tough 5 intercessor squad.
And you're probably going to be within 12 anyway, so
the grenade
you'll
launcher,
get for the grenade launcher. So,
the other thing that's confirmed here is the army rule.
Yeah, shooting on. Yes. If they're not in cover, I'm 2s.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the army rule here is combat doctrines.
Unfortunately, that means I won't be playing Space Marines anymore.
I feel like RJ keeps unsyncing and losing us.
Combat doctrines. Unless there's a detachment that is just the re-roll something.
wouldn't it be interesting if they threw a detachment out that was Oath of the Moment? Just
feel
like a
like they
really
will.
dumbed down Oath of the Moment.
Gladius.
Even then, I feel like, Brian, with all the tools you have available with the new edition, with the new Codex. Let me clarify. I have a thought later about how this edition launched versus how the Codexes are coming out. With all the tools you have in this Codex, it looks like already, I don't think you're going to need the rerolls. I think you're going to be fine.
Did you not watch us play each other this weekend,
I
sir?
did, but I genuinely think with all the tools they're giving you, that you will have ways to play around the rerolls.
I'm just saying, when you need to hit on threes because you get +1 shooting something in the cover doesn't help when you throw 5 1s and 2s.
But there's ways to strip cover.
Well, yeah, if you're shooting at something that's on an objective, you strip the cover. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
That's what I'm saying. It goes right back. You're good.
We aren't RJ. We don't just naturally roll 4s on 6-sided dice.
We're also not our
Yeah.
demons player.
Yeah, I was going to say, our Demons player kicks my tail rolling, and I don't know how he does it. It's fine.
Well, you want to know we were playing
Have you
Horde
played in
mode
his
Friday
dice?
night? RJ, we were playing Horde mode Saturday night, and he was kicking our tail towards the end. But I still managed to bring out Lionel. Had 8 attacks into Be'lakor. All of them hit. All of them wound. He had 7 5s and 6s.
Yeah, no, I played him the other day and literally ran into him with Emperor's Children, and I had 2 squads of 3. So basically I had a 6-man squad of Flawless Blade. It was 2 3-man squads into his what's the big the Bloodletters riding the Blood Crushers.
Blood Crushers.
Yeah, with their leader that leads them. And I put 2 Flawless Blade squads into him with extra AP because of what I was running. And he had to save on 5s. And I hit him with 6 I wounded him with 6 from either squad. So altogether there was 12 wounds coming at him. And he saved all of them but 2 at 5.
I just want to point out, I killed a Bloodthirster with Reavers. It was great.
That's funny.
All right. Well, any other thoughts on these intercessors, or should we move on to the rest of the stuff?
So what we didn't mention, which I don't know if that's what you mean by move on to the rest of the stuff, is they mentioned we're getting new kits for the intercessors.
Yep.
We're getting, what was the other thing we were getting new kits for?
Multi-part intercessors, multi-part outriders, multi-part Vanguard vets.
Vanguard vets.
Yeah. So we're getting a bunch of, I don't know if they're not really redoing the kit. I think they're just adding more interchangeability into the kits.
It's all the other weapon options that they didn't get in the starter box. They do this every time they launch a new starter box.
I would assume, but if you notice the weapons profile that's there's only chain swords or fists and knives.
Well, so for the intercessors especially, they mentioned that it would be different poses.
Yes.
So that you get like different arms and stuff, so that you have a different looking army. Different helmets.
Yeah, so there's that. And then now I'm going to let Trey move on to the sad things that he's about to mention.
Well, we haven't mentioned,
but they're sad.
We haven't mentioned that Terminators are going to T6 as part of this.
Oh, that's right.
Which is very important. Most importantly, though, go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian.
I would assume, even though they haven't said it, since right now it's currently 4 for Tacticus, 5 for Terminator, and 6 for Gravis, that I would assume Gravis, if it follows suit, will go to 7.
Since they didn't say that here, but they did say Terminators, I actually think Gravis is going to stay 6 like Terminators.
Well, then what's the difference between Terminator armor and Gravis armor?
Couldn't you say the same when it was 5s? It was worse than Gravis?
Terminators were 5 and Gravis were 6. Right.
Yeah.
So if Gravis is technically better than Terminator armor.
Is it technically better? Not in the lore.
No. Okay. Well, then.
In the lore, Terminator armor is the best one.
Okay.
In the lore, the Terminator should be tougher than Gravis for sure. Gravis is just heavy armor.
Okay.
But yeah, well, and then also what we didn't mention is they specifically stated that when all of these updates for the Space Marine Codex come out, like they're going to do all the toughness updates, they're also going to update all of the heretical Astaris and all the other stuff. So like I think
That's what I was
everything's
getting
getting
into.
an update at the same time. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what we don't know right now is when it says Heretic Astartes, does that mean all of them or just CSM? I assume it means all of them.
Yeah.
If it
Well,
the way-
does, that Scarab Occult Terminator's going to 6. That's Infractors and Tormentors going to 5s. That's Corn Berserkers going to 5s.
So
The
my
way that he
question
said it
is-
on the video, it was that it's everything, every Codex compliant, every subchapter. They did mention specifically Grey Knights and
Black Templars.
no, it was a Chaos one that would have their own thing.
Probably Death Guard then.
Yeah, so I can't remember which one it was. I'd have to rewatch the
Death
video.
Guard have weird Terminators.
But Grey Knights were one that they mentioned, and I can't remember the other one
So-
that would have their thing.
So does that? So now my next question is that yeah they're going to update it, and this is just us going to be speculating because it's not. I mean, we're not going to know till they do it. But so where does that put all your weird like specialty, quote unquote Terminator stuff like my flawless blades and stuff like that? Are they going to go up, or are they going to put them at the same level as the regular battle
I think
line now?
it depends, right? The Flawless Blades don't have a lot of extra armor, but neither do the 8-bound, but the 8-bound have demons bound inside them for World Eaters. So I assume the 8-bound will go up to Terminator cost. But there's also Chaos Terminators in both of our armies there. So do the
Yeah.
8-bound and the Flawless Blades stay where they're at and the Terminators go up?
Yeah.
It's really
Well,
hard to
and
say.
Yeah, and then the only reason right now people are even thinking about running flawless blades, which they're not really, they're running demons.
Yeah.
But some of them are running flawless blades, is just because flawless blades swing at 6
Yeah.
for their strength. So with everything shifting up, I guess really strength 6 isn't that big of a deal being strength 6, so I'm not
Yeah.
expecting their weapons to go up, really.
Yeah.
But if their toughness doesn't go up, I'm intrigued to see what happens there, because that would be interesting.
I have two possibilities because the way they talked, they said all the Space Marines for both would be updated, but they didn't mention any chapter specific units.
Yeah.
And so, and they also were, I don't want to say vague, but they were somewhat gray area when it came to, because at first the way they said it implied that you're not getting any of the other codexes for the other,
Yeah, that's what
chapters.
I heard at first.
That's what I heard at first, but then if you listen to it again, it was more of it became a sounding like you don't have to wait for the codex for
this
your
change.
stuff to get up changed. Now, my only thing is either only the regular
Default.
units, the units that can go into any army, Chaos Space Marine or Astartes, Adeptus Astartes, either those will get changed and then we'll have to wait for the specific codexes for the specific units that are specific to each,
Hmm.
one. So like my Dark Angels, your Blood Angels. Even though I don't really know what your Blood Angels have, that would be.
I have a
any
lot of
different.
Tacticus units. All
Oh,
my
you have a lot
Death
of
Company are Tacticus.
Well, yes, but you don't have Deathwing Knights like Dark Angels do.
I have
Right.
Death Company.
Is their toughness still the same as the regular jump pack?
Yeah.
Well, then I would assume they're going to get the upgrade with the regular jump
I would
packs
hope
going
so.
up to 5. I would think that's the case. I was thinking more, Deathwing Terminators are different than regular Terminators.
Sure.
And in the Chaos, you've got regular Chaos Space Marines, and then you got the Scarab Occult Terminators.
Yeah.
You got the Death Guards, whatever the hell
They
those
have
nasty things.
So many different Plague Marines
Yes.
have a
Plague
different
Marines.
toughness from Legionnaires. I think Death Guard is probably going to be the one that has to wait for their codex, unfortunately.
So, and even then, I mean, there's the Thousand Suns. They just run Rubik Marines and Scarab Occult. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's one of those two. I'm worried we're not going to get any codexes. That would suck, I think. But
It'd be cheaper.
it would be cheaper.
Especially
but
because the video made it sound like we'll still get the detachments either way.
Right, we're still well, yeah, they did say that we'll get all their detachments, everything, so that
And
means
data
there would be
sheets.
less, but there would be no lore. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
If you depend on that,
Unless
but
that's in
anyway,
the Space Marine one. But
yeah, that
I
could
do
be.
want to give GW some kudos here, especially with what we're about to cover, in that when regular Space Marines went to 2 wounds, I mentioned this before when we talked about the rumor that this change could happen. When regular Space Marines went to 2 wounds, it took 2 full years for Chaos Space Marines to get that extra wound. This time, go ahead. Sorry.
I'll say, which is why I think they did what they did, and they
hope
came
so.
in the back end of the video and they said, "Hey, everybody, calm down. We know we've screwed this up before, but they're all getting their update. It's okay."
Okay, I do have a question based on the lore.
Mm-hmm.
The Chaos Space Marines are basically the same Space Marines that were in the Horus Heresy,
Depends.
right? Depends, but it's my understanding with the lore that the Adeptus Astartes all became Primaris at a certain point after that.
Not all. Many of them
Not all.
still aren't.
Okay, well, the ones that are,
Yeah.
why would their toughness be the same as Space Marines, or their armor's upgraded, their upgraded bodies? So why would pre and post Primaris be the same? At
So-
that point, what's the difference between Primaris other than making us buy new models?
So that's the original point of Primaris anyway, was just to update the scale.
Okay.
That's why all the new Heretic Astartes are just that upgraded scale. There's no real great difference. The biggest difference isn't even equipment anymore, because the Heretic Astartes stole that equipment.
Oh, okay.
So basically, when Primaris Marines rolled out, they all had a ton of digital training, right? They'd all run battle sims, but they had no actual battle experience. And so Heretic Astartes are a mix of Marines that turned traitor in the heresy, and so have been fighting for over 10,000 years now, and people they have inducted into those Chaos Marines legions and their war bands over the course of the last 10,000 years. So you have like Solomon Akura for the Alpha Legion. He's only been an Alpha Legionnaire for like 600 years, but he's already fought countless battles in those 600 years, you know?
Right.
So when the Primaris came out, well, the Primaris had good armor, but they didn't know how to fight. All they'd done were simulations. They had no idea how to fight Alpha Legionnaires that were coming up in the back line and throwing grenades. They had no idea how to fight word bearers that were summoning demons, you know? And so very quickly, the Heretic Astartes had time to collect a bunch of that upgraded Primaris gear.
Okay.
And you can see that in Huron's armor. Huron has bits of Primaris armor in there.
So I don't know if you've ever seen a 30K Marine next to one of the newer Primaris Marines, even like the Heretic ones. I just posted a photo on the thing.
Yeah.
That's one of my Emperor's Children next to that old 30K Marine. It's got the
Yeah.
banner. They're a good like inch, probably half inch taller than the other one. So that's literally what they did to update from 30K to 40K.
Okay.
Like model wise.
But that's lore wise. The explanation for it is that yes, the Primaris are technically better. They're not that much better from a biological standpoint. And at this point, the armor imbalance is completely resolved.
Okay. Didn't mean to take us on a sidetrack, but
No. I love talking to the lore.
That was a question I had based off the lore, and I know the game doesn't always follow the lore, obviously, but I was just kind of curious.
You actually do get to see, which I don't know how much you paid attention, but in Space Marines 2, you actually do get to see kind of the difference between the two.
Yeah.
At least for one that went through the surgery to become a Primaris.
Yeah.
With Titus, because like when he wakes up and stuff, you get to see all the markings on him and stuff. Like they made him taller and like did all kinds of stuff to him.
Yeah.
Like so. But then you also get to see the difference between like how the Primaris Marines react to a Marine that wasn't like born Primaris.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they interact with Titus, and one of the guys looks at him and is like, "Do you see all those studs, like service studs? There's no way he was originally a Primaris Marine. Like he's been serving for like 200 or 300 years now."
Yep.
One of my, real quick, I know we need to move on, but one of my favorite lore moments is the first time that Lucius the Eternal meets a Primaris Marine. And he realizes, like, his first thought is, oh, this is a big dude that is going to be able to give me a good fight. And in their first clash, he cuts off 3 of the Marine's fingers. And when he turns around, the Marine is desperately trying to hold the sword in his other hand and get his balance back because he's never had to fight with his left hand before. Because Call really went, hey, run 300 hours of simulations and go fight dudes that have been fighting for literally 10,000 years. The ones that lived?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve there.
Yeah, the ones that lived became incredible, you know. A lot of them didn't. All right. Speaking of things that didn't survive, we got some stuff leaving the Codex.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Now, before we get into these, this is my rant. This is the thing I'm furious about. I get that it sucks when things go to Legends, right? But you know what I'm tired of hearing? I'm tired of hearing people that I know don't go to tournaments say, oh, I'm so mad I can't play my Vindicator or my Predator anymore. When 100% in casual games, you can. You should. It's encouraged. They're adding them to the app now so that you know you can play them. Because for the entirety of 10th, this wasn't a problem in 9th. Nobody had this problem in 9th. Some got moved to Legends. Oh, well, we're playing it anyway. For the entirety of 10th edition, I have listened to people complain because their stuff moved to Legends and go, oh, well, I just can't play it anymore. Every time I play Blood Angels, I bring my Librarian Dreadnought. Nobody cares. Anyway, that's my rant done.
Yeah, may I offer a retort?
Yeah, go ahead.
In another game that we play at the shop, you can sit down in your 4-pod and say, hey, I'd like to play with this banned card.
These are not banned. There's a difference.
Uh,
These are not banned. You do not have to ask anybody in a casual game if you can bring Legends. You only have to ask at tournaments. There is a big difference.
Yep.
Okay.
It would be more like, if you were trying to compare to something, it'd be more like there's proxies in your deck.
Yeah.
Of cards you already own.
Right.
Okay.
That would be my best way to compare it. Are you going to ask if it's okay most of the time? Yeah. You'd be okay,
probably.
I brought some Legends models, you know, and the other guy would go, okay, that's cool. It's kind of the same way we treat proxies of stuff in Magic with, you know, with that. They go in and go, oh, I've got some proxies in the deck, but I own all the cards. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, that's fine.
If they were banned, why would they put them in the app?
Yeah.
And you may say, well, you can't play them at tournaments. No, you can play them at most tournaments. The only place you can't play them is at the big tournaments where they try to have the most balanced experience possible. Because some of that stuff is a little busted and some of it's a little weak. But in the right army, in the right detachment, a whirlwind goes crazy. And when you're playing at tournaments, you don't want to... It's like how Commander's an Eternal format, right? You play with whatever you want. But when you're playing Standard, it's not. It's not an Eternal format. Things cycle out because when you're playing Standard at big tournaments, you want to be able to know what everybody's bringing. You want to be able to know what all the data sheets do. Whereas when you're playing Commander, somebody can bring something that hasn't been played for 1,000 years. The Imperial Space Marine has a Legends data sheet. That is the original Space Marine for Rogue Trader. You can still play him because casual play, open play, not matched play, not tournament play, open play, is an eternal format. That's a great example, RJ. Thank you. Anyway, that's my rant done.
Somebody got upset.
I'm
Jeez.
so mad about it.
Hey, it's okay. I can get Brian back for that. So, what are you gonna do if you're Euro of interest now?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm mad about.
According to this, I can make him a captain.
Why doesn't he have a Legends data sheet? That's what I'm mad about with this.
He's a legendary proxy, Trey. It's okay.
I hate that term. Just give him a data sheet. Give the tactical squad a Legends data sheet. Give the suppressors a Legends data sheet. They don't look anything like Inceptors. What do you mean?
For everyone that's not paying, that's not know what we're talking about, they have done a thing called legendary proxies, and so now there are 5 things that count as some. You can still run, but they count as something else. They're not their original model. It's tactical squads, devastator squads, suppressors, Pedro Cantor, and Euro of interest. The tactical squad counts as intercessor. Devastators count as desolation squads. Suppressors are now interceptors, and then Pedro and Ural both count as captains, or can be run as captains, but they cannot. I believe they cannot be run as their original.
They're not
model.
listed in the Legends section here.
So I would assume that they're going to get new models down the road.
Most likely, except for the suppressors. They're probably dead.
Right.
Which is
I'm just
probably
talking
why
about,
they were like here.
I'm talking about Pedro and Uriel.
I think GW are just trying to quietly remove the top 3, and I think you're right. I think Pedro Cantor and Uriel of interest will both get new models at some point.
Well, so the Inceptor squads, could you make them suppressors like it was a double box?
No.
Okay.
No, their armor's different. Their base size is different.
Suppressors can only be found in the. There was a Phobos Battle Force box a couple years ago.
Vanguard Strike Force.
Yeah, Vanguard Strike Force would have an impulsor, suppressors, eliminators, and then either reavers or.
I believe it was infiltrators and cursors because I have that box.
Yeah.
That's how I got my suppressors.
Right.
Interesting.
And there's. Yeah, and that's the only way.
Well, it was that and the combo box they did with Eldar, and it was the Fade to Death or something was the name of the box. Fade into Death, and it was the Wraith Guard and a Bone Singer, I think, Spirit Singer maybe. It was a weird box, but it had the Vanguard Strike Force stuff in it.
Yeah. Interesting. It sounded like they weren't long for this world anyways, with them not having a standalone release.
No, they've also been terrible for a long time. I've kept playing mine anyway because I like them, but they're terrible.
Well, I mean, they became a little bit more playable because of the ability to -1 to hit.
Yeah.
Does stack.
Yeah, 11th made them better, but it wasn't enough. I will run them as Inceptors, but they're terrible Inceptor proxies.
Yeah, well, they want all the people that went digging for suppressors to play suppressors to still have a use for the suppressor squads. So that was the closest thing they could put to them that would work.
What do I mean they're terrible proxies? Clearly, it says right there they're legendary proxies.
Man, that Inceptor squad looks really funky. Yeah, I know.
GW told me I should.
Especially since I just painted a whole bunch of Inceptors, 3 Inceptors for my Dark Angel.
Brian spent so long on his Inceptors and they look beautiful. And I'm just going to put my suppressors down next to him and go, don't you love our Inceptors?
They're going to have big guns on them and everything. You're going to be like,
You want to know something?
Always.
One of these things don't look like the other.
I started looking. I was like, I thought I had something else that has suppressors, and I don't have the Battle Force box, but I do have the Vanguard Task Force.
Oh, nice.
So I have infiltrators.
Oh, nice.
And 3 more, and apparently 3 more Inceptors.
Yeah.
And another set of eliminators. I had no idea about this.
There you go. Nice. That's a great box.
And then
almost librarians too.
The great complaints there. Then you go into getting rid of a lot of tanks.
Yeah,
And
so
Yes.
again, you can play these, but some of these do suck for tournament play.
They
took the hammer to the bunker.
Yeah,
which,
that's
Which
the
we
one I'm
saw
talking
that
about.
coming.
That kills tournaments. They can't play anymore. You know.
Yeah,
No,
that-
it's Brian was about to say it, I think, but it's 100% the
Vindic-
Predator and the Vindicator.
the Vindicator, especially the Vindicator, but the Predator was too.
Yeah.
Which again leads me to something else here. Chaos Space Marines, are they losing their Predators? And what tanks are they going to be using?
I assume so, and it's right after I just bought my Predator, my Iron Warriors Predator. But I assume they will also lose theirs when their Codex comes out, which means they will probably get a new tank when their Codex comes out. If not, just take all your Loyalist ones and run them as Chaos now. You're good to go.
Oh, yeah, that would be the way to do it. And in all honesty, with the little amount of tanks you can run with your Chaos Marines right now, any of them, I wouldn't be surprised if they left them or got them a new one. It really depends. If they give them a new tank, I think they'll get Legend.
Yeah.
But I think if they don't give them a new tank, they'll keep them.
Yeah. What does this mean for the Ball Predator for Blood Angels?
Interesting. Yeah, they didn't do anything with that, did they?
It doesn't say they did, but that doesn't mean when the Blood Angels book comes out that they won't axe it then.
Well, there's also things like getting left in the index where like they don't say anything about it at all, and the only rules you have for it are the old rules.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that may be what happens to some of the specialty Predator tanks.
Could be.
Is they just leave them out of the Codex and don't put them in Legends. So like they're still playable in tournaments, but they're not really going to update the rules for them.
Yeah, could
do
be.
That weird bit zone thing they do, like they did with what's the Eldar guy that hasn't gotten rules update in a while, but you can still run him in tournaments.
You talking about?
It's the big monster guy.
Avatar?
Yeah, Avatar Kane.
Yeah, I'm hoping he'll get some updates with the Codex.
Yeah, because he's not. I don't think he's in the Eldar Codex.
He's in there.
For Kane. Is he?
So is the Avatar
Yes,
of Yenid, though you don't see that one very
Okay.
much. The Incarn.
But I was going to say, I know he hasn't gotten updated almost at all. Or
Yeah.
at least for a while there, he didn't.
We'll see.
So what they call it, getting left in the index is what they used to call it.
No,
So,
again, these changes don't affect us, right? Brian's still going to use his Vindicator. It's not going to change anything. It's going to be in the app. You know, he can use it.
Yeah. I think that is one difference is that you didn't have now. I mean, not that it mattered, but if you just wanted to use the Warhammer app, now you can, as opposed to using something else that had legend rules.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it was a money thing or I
just don't think they thought about it.
Well, yeah, but the change they made now, I just don't know if it's a money thing or
it's definitely a bunch of people left because they couldn't use their legend stuff to other apps, and so now they're hoping those people will come back
and subscribe
to the app. Which I don't think we said what's getting legend. I think we've just talked around it.
Let's go down the list. You want to read it, RJ?
Sure. Centurion Assault Squad, the Centurion Devastator Squad, the Razorback, the Predator Destructor, the Predator Annihilator, the Vindicator, Whirlwind, Stormhawk Interceptor, Storm Talon Gunship, Storm Raven Gunship, and the Hammerfall Bunker.
No! So
they're all going to be legend.
The biggest losses to me for tournament play, where it actually will matter, these got moved to legends. For Raven Guard is the Centurions for sure. Brian got to see.
Didn't we just see a list the other day that got top 2 with Centurion Devastators in it?
Yep.
Brian got to see firsthand how good Shadow Mark's uppy downy is for 1 unit of regular or 2 units of Phobos every turn. And the big tournament lists bring a unit of Centurion Devastators and they uppy downy them. It's very good. Can't do that anymore. And then, of course, there was some weird skew play with the Whirlwind in Imperial Fist. It didn't make it very high up in tournament lists, but there was some weird play. And then everybody was running Vindicators, man.
Vindicator's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my favorite. In fact, with the Tank Ace attachment, you could give it sustained hits too, I think.
You know why they took it out? It broke the convention of it broke the big guns never tire rule with its
Yeah.
big scoop on the front. And so they were like, we can't be having that.
It could be. I am excited to see what the new Legends rules are for them, though, because sometimes Legends rules are way more fun than regular ones. Like the Contemptor, the Relic Contemptor Dreadnought in Marines. If you run the Legends data sheet for that, it gets a fight on death, which it absolutely didn't have before it was removed and sent to Legends.
I hope they do something fun with the bunker.
Yeah.
Give it OC. OC 10.
Because you don't have to worry about it in tournaments anymore, so you can do weird nonsense with it, you know?
Or make it where, like, once per battle it can come back up and drop back down. Like it's got jet propulsions or something.
That'd be sick. Two big things that aren't on this list. There's no Land Raiders on this list, and there's no Rhinos on this list. And there is a rumor right now that Rhinos will be able to carry Tacticus and Phobos Marines, which would be great, because there's no Firstborn anymore.
So Whirlwind, Vindicator, and Razorback are the only Rhino chassis ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes, other than the Rhino.
Yeah.
Did we just lose the rest of the Rhino chassis stuff?
Basically, everything that's Firstborn is gone, and everything that's explicitly like Primaris in the name, other than Captain and Lieutenants, are gone. Like the Hammerfall bunker was the Primaris bunker before it got renamed, because they're getting rid of the distinction, right? They don't want Firstborn and Primaris anymore in the game. They just want Marines.
Yeah. Well, does that... So this is just pure speculation, but since they've gotten rid of all of these... the chassis for the Rhino, all the stuff that's Rhino chassied, you think that they'll come back out with a kit where you can just build all of them?
A multi-part Rhino? They
sometime
could.
in the future?
Well, there is... I was going to say there is a rumor out there in the Warhammer YouTube verse that they're going to come out with a new Rhino sometime in the near future.
I think at
which
the
is
end
why
of the day,
they've legend everything but. Which why they legend everything but it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the Impulsor just does not have the staying power that the Rhino does.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows what a Rhino is, you know?
Yeah.
But if we start talking about transports for Space Marines, people don't talk about the Impulsor. They talk about Rhinos and Land Raiders.
So that was my thought. My thought was it's going to end up and be like what they did with the Baneblade. Good gosh, I can't find words today. And they're just going to pull all of everything back but that. And then for this edition, for a little bit, they're going to leave just the Rhino, and then maybe like later in the edition we'll end up with a Rhino kit that lets you build the Rhino, the Razorback, the Vindicator, or the Whirlwind.
Yeah.
And then they'll charge you like $150 for the box.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Brian?
I can't remember now.
Well, all right then.
Which I wouldn't complain about, because I could take old Rhinos and stuff like that and take the parts I didn't use and make them into what I want. If they don't like make the Rhino bigger or smaller or something like that.
Yeah. I will say, for the people this does suck for, the tournament players, it does kind of suck, right? I know some tournament players, and every time something like this happens and they just have to sell models, it's like, well, I get why you're doing it. Like, you don't need stuff taking up place on your shelves when you're not going to use them. But also, like, these are still fun models. You just go play a casual game every once in a while, you know?
Competitive players don't play casual.
They don't know what those are.
That's true.
I do remember what I was going to ask. And this, again, is a lore question.
Okay.
Which goes back to my question about the difference between Chaos and regular Space Marines. Tacticus, as of now, that'll probably change, but as of now, in the current, you can't. The only thing that can go into a Rhino, if you're Adeptus Astartes, is Phobos armor.
Yeah.
However, your Chaos Space Marine Rhinos can have, well, in my army, they can have Legionnaires. They can have Rubric Marines. They
Uh-huh.
can have, and so why do again the distinction? Why do Rubric Marines, which are basically space dust intercessors?
Yeah.
If their armor's not any different, why can the Chaos Rhinos carry Space Marines and the regular Adeptus Astartes can't because they're Primaris?
You're not gonna like
Oh.
this answer.
Okay.
Clown car. Anyways,
Canonically, Rubric Marines and Plague Marines are taller anyway because of their crests and their armor and everything. Than some of them even than Primaris Marines. But the lore reason that was given is because they're too tall. The Tacticus Marines are too tall to get into a Rhino, which physically cannot be true because in the books, Primaris Marines get into Rhinos all the time. The reason they did that is so they could sell you a brand new transport on treads, on grav treads, because their original goal, as they've come out and said later it was a mistake, was to completely remove the firstborn line when they put out Primaris. And because they did it the way they did it, instead of just saying, hey, bigger Marines, here you go, this is the size they always should have been, people got very angry, for good reason, and they walked it all back. Like, for example, Brian, one of the earliest Primaris lore things that has already been retconned, thank goodness, is that, you know, when you put a Marine in a Dreadnought, they go a little crazy, right? Because they're trapped in the machine. But they could fight for forever, basically. As long as they don't get, like, the amniotic fluid get ruptured somehow, they could fight forever. Well, when the Primaris Dreadnoughts came out, the Redemptor and the Ballistus and the Brutalis, the original lore for them was that they kept having to shove new Marines in them because it literally ran on the Marines' life. And it would drain them of all their life, so then you had to shove another guy in there.
I remember that. I had forgotten about that, but I remember that now.
And it was stupid. So they changed it. A lot of the Primaris lore was dumb when it came out, but they fixed most of it.
Okay, well, you answered that question in case anybody was wondering lore-wise.
Yeah, if you listen to Fall Acadia, they get in Rhinos. And they drive around. Those are Primaris Marines.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they get in and out of a Rhino, or at least a Rhino chassis vehicle in Space Marine 2.
Yeah, I think it's a Razorback, but yeah, they absolutely do. And they're all Primaris.
And they don't, I mean, they bend over a little bit to get in, but like, not that much.
Yeah, I guarantee you what GW is going to do is re-release a slightly bigger Rhino and go, look, it can hold Tacticus now.
Yeah, and then make everybody mad that they have to buy a new Rhino.
Yeah, and then we'll just run our old Rhinos.
It'll be a different base size.
Probably.
Yeah, they'll put a base on it. That's what they'll do.
Yeah, and then we just put that base on our Rhinos and call it good.
Yep. That's exactly what I would do.
Ironically, considering you're trying to find a cheap way to use something, says the man who buys every model for every army that comes out ever.
It's not every model. If I did that, I'd be broke. I get 2,000 points for every army.
You are.
I get 2,000 points for every army.
Until there's a brand new model that you like. How
like
many
it,
points? Yeah. How many points of works do you have?
All right, are we doing this now? Hold on.
Okay. No.
Hold on.
No. Okay. No.
What am I at now on works?
I don't want to get the Warhammer guy upset.
I just don't want my wife to hear how many points I have of everything.
She's asleep. She's not going to know what we're talking about.
She probably won't watch this. I'm just now at 2,000 points on my orcs before the Codex comes out. I only have 30 Beast Snagaboys.
30 Beast Snagaboys.
And 15... I'm sorry, they're in fours. 12 Squighog boys.
Oh, Lord.
But I have 3,000 points of AdMech, 5,000 points of Alpha Legion, 2,000 points of Black Templars, 6,000 points of Blood Angels, 2,000 points of Demons, 2,000 points of Chaos Knights. I could just keep going.
Yes,
Yeah,
but by all means, don't buy the new Rhino because you're going to use your old one.
Yeah, I have plenty of rhinos.
Unless they look really cool.
Unless
and
they
then
look
you'll be
really
like, well,
cool, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you do know like a good 90% of the rhinos that he has right now are 3D printed by
Yeah,
me,
they
right?
sure are. I saved a bunch of money.
I know. I know.
I saved a bunch of money. No, for me, it's not about having all the cool new hotness, right? If it was, I'd have a cog for it from AOS. I want to be able to play all the rules. And if, like, the new Rhino's really cool, then I'll use all my Rhinos, just because I want to be able to play around with the cool rules. I'm still going to play with my Centurions.
Oh no, I'll have to up my model by like 5% to match the new Rhino,
Right.
the 3D print one. Anyways.
Also, I just want to mention here, I just bought a Predator, and they go to Legends, so I'm sorry to all the people that are mad about it. It's my fault. I did it this time.
you did just buy Predator, didn't you?
Yeah, fully magnetized. It can run as the Destructor or the Annihilator.
You can run it as a Chaos one though, so
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm
maybe,
going to do.
maybe they won't get rid of the Chaos ones.
I'm also going to run it as a Loyal one, depending. And it'll just be a weird, Iron Warriors one out there on the field. Don't worry about it. The Imperial Fist stole it from the Iron Warriors to make them mad.
I highly doubt it.
So I made the joke the other day that I need to have a single unit of Blood Ravens so that I can explain why I have everything from different chapters, but I actually have a better idea. I need to use, for my next token, I need to use Trazyn the Infinite. And so then every battlefield, when there are a bunch of different chapters on the field, is because Trazyn sent them all out there.
See him fight.
Yep. But that's our big changes. People are very upset about it. They're not happy. Also, we didn't mention that, of course, the Incursors and the Infiltrators, their abilities are also changing. We can't really read it from the screenshot that somebody took, but it's changing. It looks like while a unit is detected, detection range. So whatever that means, that'll be helpful.
I would assume it's going to be, +3 or whatever.
Probably.
To the detection range.
Not that really comes up.
It mattered in our Horde game.
Yeah, it did.
Brian, just because I'm good at geometry doesn't mean you have to complain to the rest of the Warhammer community.
Just because no matter how I try to hide mine, you're always like, nope, I can see all yours. I'm like, no way.
You just need to run detection range stuff.
But when I try to do it to you, you're like, oh no, you can't see one cape, half of a cape of my 10th Necron, so they all get cover.
Necrons have capes. I guess the Overlords do.
No, they don't. No, they do. I don't have a Necron setting next to me. I can't tell you.
The other cool thing I want to mention is that the Helix Gauntlet now on Infiltrators, instead of giving a 12-inch denial for the Deep Strike, which might have been more useful, really, it looks like it heals D3 wounds for the unit. So
that might be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
There's some play there, for sure. What it is, I don't know, but there's some play.
We'll figure it out when the Codex releases.
Yeah. But the other thing I'm really excited for... I'm sorry, Brian, go ahead.
I say in October is when they said.
Yeah. So it looks like we could be... They probably will take December off, but we could be getting a new Codex every month, which would be pretty hype.
Maybe they are going to give us like a year with like all the Codexes out this time.
Hope so. This is also a good power increase for Space Marines, just like Orcs. So, of course, we'll see this balloon out to the rest of the game, I'm sure. If not, there's two ways they can do it. Either Eldar and Guard and Genestealer Cults are going to get cheaper points-wise, so they can bring more of them to fight the more elite Space Marines, or their stuff has to get stronger, too. It doesn't need to be a direct scale, otherwise what's the point of raising it? But it needs to be a balanced way to do it somehow.
Yeah. I think you're going to see, and I hate to say this, and Brian's not going to be happy, but I think you're going to see some points increase because of the toughness increase.
Oh, for sure.
They already said that. They said that it was going to be more expensive. That was my complaint. I'm either going to have 4 10-man squads or 8, so it's like I'm gonna have even less to play with now.
I think the meta for Space Marines when the Codex comes out is going to be a lot of 5-man squads.
Yeah, I
especially
think
if
so
your
too.
toughness being upped now. You'll
But
probably
also,
survive a lot more coming at you.
Brian, imagine if the Lion does go up in points, if he also goes up in strength, then when you do bring him out, he kills things that are more expensive now. Unless you're
So
playing our Chaos Demons player.
Yeah.
So and we're gonna go down another rabbit hole with this mention, but so what are they gonna do with the Custodes?
Yeah, there's a lot of
I-
talk I've seen people say of maybe Custodes go higher up by 1 on toughness as well and become even more elite. Because right now you can field a lot of Custodes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They could leave them the same.
You could.
They already hit really hard, so like their toughness being the same is not a big deal. I mean, that technically Custodes, like lore wise, while are not tougher than the other Space Marines, really, they're just a lot better at fighting. Like they're better trained, typically, is the way they say it. So it would make sense for their armors and toughness to be the same as the regular Marines, but then just be better at like fighting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting to try and balance out actually balancing the game and them making the decision lore wise to do what they're doing.
Yep.
That's always been a weird dichotomy for me because at some point you're going to have to make a balance change that has nothing to do with the lore to
Agree.
make the game balanced. So,
Oh,
which is
you
kind
guys-
of what data slates are, I guess, technically.
Yep.
But
What'd you say,
Do you
Brian?
guys have any predictions of what new units we'll get besides what we already have been told?
Oh, for Space Marines?
Yep.
We got new Outriders. I think we're getting that new Rhino.
We know we're
I
getting
think I think your Outriders will get a +1 to their engagement range.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking data sheet changes. I got a lot for that. But for new units, what are you thinking, Brian?
I think we'll get, obviously, we're going to get the new Victrix Honor Guard character to replace Uriel.
Caius Canoris.
Yes, which is why I think they got rid of Uriel.
Yeah.
Uh,
But he's got a new book series coming out, too, so maybe he'll get a new model to go with that.
That's my guess. How old is the old Uriel Ventress?
Let me find out. I'll check.
He's pretty old. He's been around. I think
he
he's been
was
around since
7.
I've been playing.
And I just finished that one this past year.
And he is a very cool looking captain, at least.
I mean, both of them will be a really cool looking captain.
That's true. I'm sad about Pedro Cantor.
I knew you would be. In fact, I think I messaged you about that.
I
didn't
did. I kind of want to run Crimson Fist, and now he's just a captain. So I guess I can't. I could still get the model, though. I might still get the model. That's really sad. He came out in 2021.
No, he wasn't around. Damn. That's really quick to roll a model over.
Yeah.
I mean, not. I've seen him do worse to a model, but like that's still pretty quick, especially to an Ultramarine model.
Yeah.
Well, how quick was was Gravgar?
Calgar model release day. Let's
I mean, I know you
see.
guys make fun of the fact that he gets a new model every year.
I mean, obviously we had the new one in 2025.
Yep.
His first model was in 1993, and his Gravis armor was December 2018.
They don't make fun of how often he gets changed. They get fun of every time that they bring him back. He's in a different suit of armor.
Yeah. Also,
It's
he's
not the
scowling just a little bit more.
sequencing. Yeah, it's not the sequencing of how often. It's well, we've had him in Grav armor, we've had him in Phobos, or we haven't had him in Phobos armor.
No,
but
I wish we had. We've had him in Tacticus.
Yeah. It's Tacticus, Grav,
And
Yeah,
now
technically Terminator, but
Yeah.
they don't call it Terminator armor.
armor of
so it was
Antilochus.
like that's the joke. They're like, oh, what are we gonna see him in next?
Where's my
Which that's
Phobos?
still him being the big cog tower from
Yes.
from Age of Sigmar was funny as crap.
Marnius Calgar as Cogfort.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think we could get a new tank.
Oh, I'm sure we should. We will. Something to replace the Predator.
Yeah, maybe just a new version of the repulsor. But I want some gravity guns back. Where are my grav shoots? Like we
Also,
lost
you want
those with the
a,
Devastators.
What's your wish list? Not that you think you'll get, but if you had a wish, what would that be?
If I had a wish list, I want I mean, other than, named characters for the Night Lords and the Word Bearers and the Alpha Legion. For Space Marines, I would love to see, unironically, I would love to see another grav cannon unit. Like a true heavy weapon squad. They'd be expensive. Strength 14 is what grav cannons used to be. Let them take las cannons also as an alternate build because the Devastators are gone, both Centurion and regular. Give me a really true, put them in Gravis if you have to. But we got Eradicators with heavy bolters. We have Eradicators with meltas. Give me Eradicators with las guns. And just let them have, or give me something new with las guns. Something stocky. That they have those little spikes that come down out of the back of their boots to lock into the ground so that they can fire a las cannon.
All I can think of after you said that is the old elephant guns where it had to be the two guys where one
Yeah.
was on the shoulder. Yeah.
What about you, Brian? What's your wish list?
To be honest, more lieutenants in different armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd
I'd
love
like
a
to see
lieutenant in Gravis.
You said Gravis, Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be cool to have more lieutenants because we got a librarian and everything.
Yep.
And I don't know why you wouldn't have a lieutenant in all that.
Yep. We need a Gravis librarian still, too.
Yeah. Gravis armor isn't supported as much as it should be.
It should be.
Feel.
Also, just real quick, there is a rumor because of Games Workshop responding to somebody on Instagram that we might be getting Gabriel Seth back for the Blood Angels.
Say, who's that?
Gabriel Seth is the chapter master of the Flesh Terrors, which is a Blood Angel successor. He fought alongside Sanguinius. He's a super cool dude, and he hates Primaris, and so he got kicked to the background until all the Primaris hate has died down, and now they can bring him back again. And I love him.
Blood Angels always get stuff.
We haven't gotten anything in forever. They took the Lib Dread out back, and now we've got nothing new.
You literally got to be the poster children of the new album.
Yeah, and we got nothing new because of it.
I was like, did he? Because I'm almost 100% certain they painted them all red and then basically just released Marines that anybody could use.
Yeah. We haven't gotten a new Blood Angel specific release since they redid our Sanguinary Guard and Death Company and got rid of all their detail. They got rid of the Saltiers on the Death Company. They removed the wings from the Sanguinary Guard.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah.
So the last time Blood Angels got a change, all the Blood Angels players complained.
Because it wasn't let me put this in perspective for you, Brian. In the same edition that they removed all of the red X's on our Death Company and the wings from our Sanguinary Guard, they did a complete refresh of the Space Wolves. The Victrix Honor Guard released, and we got a new Calgar for the Ultramarines. We got brand new characters for all of the other Loyalist main chapters. And Blood Angels were told, oops. Wait for 11th, I guess. And so we have.
And here we are.
Yep. Yep. Brian, when we finish this podcast, I will send you pictures of what the Death Company used to look like and what they look like now.
I want to say more, but at that point, I'm just egging you on. I'm not even really meaning anything.
All right.
Just like I was like, hey, you shouldn't play Legends. It's against the rules.
Not. And I want to clarify. If you're somebody that has been like, well, I can't play the Legends, they're not in the app, that's not your fault, right? It's not your fault that GW lied to you. It's not your fault that GW told you in the articles you could play them and then kept them hidden from you, that you had to originally go find documents in 10th edition to have the Legends rules and Legends points, whereas now it's all freely available with the Munitorum Field Manual where it should be. It's going to be added to the app like it should have been all along. That's not your fault that you were deceived. Games Workshop just didn't do what they needed to do. Now, everybody will know and it will be fine. But I'm so tired of seeing people treat it like they can't play their models when I know they're not going to tournaments.
And I'll just keep using New Recruit. It's okay.
Yeah, all the Legends are in there. Besides, Brian, you have to use Legends. You need to buy Farah and Arios.
He's not an Ultramarine.
He is. He's just not keyworded as one.
Until I see the keyword.
RJ, I have fully decided at this point. I waited, and I'm just going to start using him. I don't care anymore. They haven't updated him, even though they've had every opportunity to do so.
I hope they update him during this
So
Codex, just to get you going.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, just start playing him. They'll update him.
Yep,
just to spite you.
That's the secret. And then Ultramarine players will buy him, and he's great. They should.
I was gonna buy him, but then you bought the only one I could get, so I was like, well, never mind.
Oh no! If only we had the entirety of human knowledge available at our fingertips.
The saltiness in this episode.
The worst part is people are gonna assume it's salty because this stuff moved to Legends, and it's not.
I'm just listening to the two Space Marine players like fight with each other, and I'm over here like, but what about this?
I was gonna say we have
Like
two Space Marine players.
Here.
We have
oh.
What?
I said like the true heretic Astaris player I am over here
fair.
that I just started. Fair. I'm over here like, oh yeah, and they also got rid of this, just kind of like egging on the like back and forth.
That is fair.
And how do we reward him? By the only non Astartes Marine player, he got to announce all the stuff that happened.
That was the only way to make it fair. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, there was no saltiness in my voice. I just got to go, oh, this is what happened. This doesn't affect me, but this is what happened.
You did the tournament results. I did the rant. He gave the list.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it doesn't affect him because all this stuff's better than Space Marines anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Not anymore, Brian. Strict 5.
I don't know. I think the Tormentors and Infractors will get moved up to 5.
But we're gonna chew through Necron Warriors.
Oh yeah, Necrons are about that's what I was talking about earlier. Now that we've said it, I'll reference back to that. I was talking about earlier with tournament results. All of those Xenos armies, until they get their codexes and get updated to whatever they need to be balanced out for this toughness increase on Space Marines, they're just going to start eating. Because Necron, even the Immortals are 5. So you focus fire the Immortals, you're rolling 3s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be a matter of, can I kill the whole squad? It's going to be, can I kill the Overlord with the squad?
RJ, if they're near an objective or your intercessors are on an objective, they're hitting on 2s.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the mortals get to reroll wounds if you're on an objective. So,
yeah.
I mean, but that's
trade-off. But
I think you're going to see Space Marines be, other than orcs and demons, unless they nerf them pretty hard. When the Space Marine Codex comes out, I think Space Marines are going to be pretty high up on the list pretty consistently.
Yeah, top of the meta, I think.
I think it will take getting used to because running a bunch of five-man lists is going to be different.
Yeah.
He's going to look over and be like, T4, and then we're going to look at him and be like, no, T5.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, your Blade Guards might go up to T5. Or are going up to T5.
They're Tacticus, right? So they will.
Yep, they will.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
So now you can run your Blade Guards out and not, T5. And their swords will probably go up to Strength 5 too.
Most likely.
Their swords are already 5.
So they might go up to 6. We'll see.
6.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to mention.
They'll
Oh, go ahead,
probably
Brian.
lose
Go
their
ahead.
involve. They'll probably lose their involve.
Probably. It seems like most invulns are going away with the codexes, which I'd be
Or
fine
they'll-
with. I like the game
or
more
they'll-
without invuln saves.
Or they'll kick them up to, what are they now, 4s?
Yep.
I say they might kick them up to a 5.
They might.
Might
Well.
give them the AdMech treatment.
With the better toughness, I can understand it, even though I won't like it.
That's fair. Can I mention one more thing? One more, like, it might turn into a mini rant, but I promise I'll keep it short. If
Go
this
ahead.
is what codexes were going to be like, why not just do this for the index? Why not at the start of the edition, strength 5, tough 5, orcs, strength 5, raise their wounds, you know? Why not do that then? Because now what's going to happen is orcs are going to be crazy, Space Marines are going to be crazy, whoever comes out next is going to be crazy, and as we go through the edition, the people that came out at first are going to get hit by nerfs as we go, and every new codex is going to be really strong, and the people that get their codex last have been kicked into the dirt all edition.
And then are going to be looking for revenge, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's. Oh, I remember that edition. That was kind of how 8th went. It wasn't as bad
That's what Ninth
as
was like too.
yeah, I was say it wasn't as bad as some of the others, but it was definitely like the Imperial Knights were the last codex to come out for 8th edition. And we weren't sure they were going to get the codex because they hadn't had one yet. They're just kind of allied units. And when that Imperial Knight Codex came out, it was like they just took over the whole meta for the first like month or two.
I'm gonna make Brian get nice.
It was like they were getting revenge on everybody else for.
It's fair.
That's fine. They can play. I won't play them.
I'm gonna make Brian get knights so that he can play them and he can see. Let me play Knights as the Horde one time, Brian, and you'll understand. They're not near as scary as you think they are.
Well, if you bring the knights you have and we use the knights I have, and we maybe steal the Chaos Demons knight, I bet you we could probably field a pretty good Horde army.
I have 2,000 points of Imperial and Chaos Knight, so that's 4,000 right there.
Yeah, and then I have probably about 2,000
Mm-hmm.
points of.
I think we'll have plenty of Knights.
Yeah. Well, if you brought yours and I brought mine, I think we'd be fine.
Yeah. It's just
Are they gonna have to rewrite Horde rules?
They have a worse army rule in there. It's fine.
I'm saying, are they gonna have to rewrite Horde rules now that once the codex start coming
Well,
out?
that's a good question, and they mentioned that just like the Colosseum stuff has been talked about a little bit. Rumors have been going around of like, what are they going to do? As long as the points are pretty elite, they shouldn't have to rewrite anything. They just may have to change some of the like placement on the spawn tables.
Yeah.
But if points aren't great, then they will balance hordes separately. That's what they did in 10th edition. When points got really weird, they balanced hordes separately from open play.
Okay.
And yeah.
We'll see.
By the way, I'm playing our Leagues of Oton player this Sunday.
Oh,
Oh.
Dark Angels?
Yep.
Nice.
Also, can't you be happy, Brian? They used the Dark Angels as the poster children for the
Yeah, it's such a pretty picture.
update. It is. It's a really good picture. I've been staring at it the whole time we've been talking.
It makes me
Yeah,
want
those
Deathwing
are-
Knights.
Those are Deathwing Knights, and I kind of want to paint more, but
Who are they fighting?
Chaos Space Marines. Black Legion.
Yeah, I was gonna say it look like a specific chapter.
Yeah.
they almost
amazes
look.
me that these
They almost
models-
look like Night Lords.
I think it's Black Legion because the guys on the left, I think it's the lighting that makes them look a little blue.
Oh, okay.
It
those
still
are-
amazes me to this day that the pictures they take like this are
Oh.
not like computer generated.
I
They're just
know.
like they set up models and did this.
Yeah. It's a dream. job.
Oh, I just now look. I mean, I looked at it, but I just now looked at the tanks in the background.
Yeah.
I need to paint a Deathwing Repulsor Executioner.
Yeah, doesn't it
Yeah,
look
they
great?
got one right there. Oh, I'm trying to paint my sisters, but now I'm probably gonna.
T6 Terminators, Brian.
What
I
is there?
know.
There's
Aren't you excited?
Yes.
two
I
land
have.
two land raiders
Yeah.
and
Repulse.
impulsor.
Your pulse executioner with a plasma gun, so it's
And
not
that's
the most expensive.
Belial leading the Terminators there, right?
Yes. Even nobody plays Belial because he's not as good as a Terminator librarian in Terminator armor
He looks
or a captain.
sick though.
Yes, I do need to get his. I do need to get his model, and I'll have just about everybody. But the librarian, the Dark Angel librarian,
Yeah.
uh,
He's a Kyle?
Ezekiel, or is it pronounced
No,
Ezekiel?
no, it's a joke. So
Oh, okay.
Abaddon was named Ezekiel. He was Ezekiel
Right.
Abaddon.
Right.
And then they made Ezekiel for the Dark Angels. And so their big idea to separate the two so that nobody would get confused was Abaddon is now Ezekiel Abaddon.
Oh.
And so if you ever hear somebody call Abaddon Easy Kyle, that's why.
Okay.
Easy, Kyle.
Yeah, it's dumb. There was no reason they could have just nobody even calls him Ezekiel or Ezekiel. They just call him Abaddon. There was no need to change his name.
Well, we were supposed to talk about orcs tonight, but I think we've thoroughly hit our time limit.
Yeah, I've got to get this thing edited. I gotta sleep. I gotta work in the morning. No, I'm so excited though. Brian, your final thoughts?
I am excited to. I mean, this is going to be my first change in my main army, my Ultramarines. So
It's gonna change the way you play for sure.
yeah, and I now know what units I can go ahead and paint because I want to make sure that they were there, so I can go ahead and just start painting something.
The ATV survived.
The ATV did survive so far.
Yeah.
So
See,
yeah,
it has a big bike.
Okay.
Fire Strike servo turret survived.
yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, you can't put them in. Now my Imperial Fist will have Fire Strike servo turrets.
Yeah.
When I paint them in like 3 years after I paint orcs and dwarves
That's
and
fair.
elves and everything else. But
That's
anyway,
fair. Yeah, get to painting, man. What's wrong with you? Why
I
aren't you painting?
know. I'm literally not painting my Palatine that just came in the mail today, even though I've only got 5 sisters done. Unfortunately, I can't run them in a unit of 5.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time then, because I'm sure we'll have
Oh,
more news.
we-
What you got? Sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to say we do have to talk about anybody finished our models?
Oh.
No, we
Right.
haven't, have we?
Hey, I have a 5. I finished my 5-man infractor squad that I was talking about. I need to finish, and I painted a 30K Blood Angel. It wasn't really
did?
a Blood Angel, but he has a Blood Angel banner.
Yeah. I painted a Wolfguard Terminator. Does that count?
Wolfguard Terminator? Well, I guess at this rate, you'll be able to field another unit, what, in November?
You know. I'm painting. I also finished up touch-ups on models that I bought secondhand that needed it, like the Predator tank. The headlights weren't painted.
I based most of my Emperor's Children I've painted.
I've got a 5-man unit of Wraith Guard that had the yellow done but needed the blue done, and for Yandon, and they look great.
Oh, no, you didn't. You should have
Anyways, what did you paint, Brian?
I painted last week. I painted and got on the board the Inceptors,
Yeah, and they look great.
and while I'm still painting Battle Sisters.
Very
I really
nice.
want my girls on the board, but I keep getting interrupted with. Now I really want to paint that damn Repulsor Executioner.
Yeah.
Wait. Are we talking about actual Inceptors, or are we talking about Inceptors carrying big guns?
No, it's actual Inceptors. Don't worry.
I'm just going to share that picture there so you can look at it later and get inspired.
What? Oh,
It's a really cool picture.
Yeah, it really is. I might make it a
All right.
wallpaper, but well, I'm sure next week we'll have more news to talk about. But if we don't have anything earth-shattering like we did this week, then we'll try and talk about some orc data sheets.
Yep.
Until next time, then, I've been Trey.
I've been Brian, and Ultramarines need more help.
And I'm RJ, and they're about to get help. What are you talking about?
Just please, Core Berserkers, Toughness 5, Strength 5, please. Please don't make me wait till the World Eaters Codex.
Ultramarines need more named characters. We lost one.
You're getting a new one. It's Caius.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Bye.
Bye, folks.